Mm. Mm. Hello, 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 and welcome, my humans, my heroes, my immortals, my gods, goddesses, and witches of Patreon and eventually on YouTube. I have Blessed Full Moon in Cancer. Video number 4 out of 5 today. Stream this morning. Wait, I did Facebook this morning. Did the Aquarius and the Pisces shadow reads for full to new. I'm here now, and I am teaching tonight Craft of the Wise, 7:30 to 9:30 p.m. The element is of water, so we kind of lucked out on that. It's what you call divine scheduling, let alone divine timing. Hey, Melky, you want to come sit with me? Come on up, buddy. Come sit. I am doing this the first time with the new laptop in the dining room, usually the studio. Usually I stream from the couch because it's comfy, but I thought for tonight's magical full moon application, I might need a little bit more room than that. So I brought Diana with me because Diana, the moon, it is a full moon on Monday, which is not quite. Oh, feline cameo alert. Well, let's get this out of the way so you can see him. I got a lot of stuff on the table here, and I'm ready to rock and roll, cast and flow. Just maybe 30 minutes ago, I sat down with my God, said a little prayer. They gave me bullet points, as they usually do. None of this is scripted. It's just as it comes. So I see that if I do that, the laptop jiggles. So I will do my best not to jiggle. Jiggle it just a little bit. So welcome. Hi. Did that. And certainly if you are watching this other places than on Patreon later on, because they get it first. I love them. Just got a new one today, a Pisces moon sister of mine who is delightful. Then certainly link in the description box wherever you might find this. What an honor and a pleasure it is to do this. I'm digging it big time, and I hope you enjoy yourself tonight as well. The astrology tonight, it's void, of course. At the same time, it goes full, and I talked about that over and over and over again for 12 readings. You think I would remember exactly what time? I don't. 6:40 something p.m. If I'm sure later on tonight, really, about an hour or so from now. So you get this when you get this, but you get that 3-day before and after the buildup and the outflow of the full moon to do your magic. And we're making holy water. You can make holy water any day. Even if the moon was in Earth, you could still do what we're about to do because you're going to use salt, or something. You use your ingredients. So good for any time. Just focusing it on this one this time around. So if anybody has any comments, please comment in the description box. Questions, anything like that, I will reply to them when I get to them. Otherwise, we're going to do what we usually do here at Drawing the Circle Productions, and that do a little prayersy, wearsy, a little ground and center, a little something. I'm going to do a spell for a sacred space, and I'm actually going to cleanse and consecrate the elements that I have on my altar. Now, I don't have an overhead shot. I'm not rigged for that just yet, but just so that you know, on the center of my table is my altar pentacle. It's been outside, brought it in, so it is as purified by the elements as it's gonna be. Here on the north corner, I have the bowl of salt that will be going into the holy water. Over here is my coffee. That's just another form of potion, and that's going over there. Over here for the element of air in the east, I've got a bottle of lotus oil. Now, it's not essential, it's perfume oil, because essential lotus oil is wicked expensive, but it is an oil sacred to the moon, ruled by the moon, I guess you could say, and which is why, and this is not a plug, baby, this is just me. Look at this book, dog-eared Post-its, just sticking out from like 10,000 years ago, prehistoric Post-its. Cunningham's Encyclopedia of Magical Herbs is just my go-to. So we're not using it for its element of water, we're using it for its element of air, the scent, which we will be putting in the salt. I'm going to just put 3 drops, you do you, and stirring it into some water, but we'll get there in a minute. We'll also be lighting a candle because the sun is in Capricorn, right? So I've got Himalayan pink salt candle holder, a tea light in there. Not going to anoint that, just going to let it do its thing as the element of air. And on this side, I have a bottle of blue Ho'oponopono solar water. Blue solar water, you can do all different colors, but this one has a connection to the ancient Hawaiian practice of Ho'oponopono means making things right. I took the workshop with Dr. Len a long time ago when Bad Romance was on the radio. Don't make me do math. So so we're going to cleanse and consecrate that, combine that little something called an altar devotion, but I'm not going into full-blown ceremonial mode, nor am I casting circle. I'm home. I'm in the witch's castle, soul of the castle, right? Carved of a single diamond. Walls 1,000 feet high, 10 feet thick, drawbridge drawn, and I didn't have it drawn. And then someone knocked on my door, and I was like, okay, start over. Recentered, said a prayer. This time, drawbridge drawn. This witch is working. Shall we? Get yourself comfortable in a position you can stay in for a couple of minutes. It's just a warm-up prayer, but gonna let them guide me too. So something might come up that was not in the bullet points. Please take a nice deep breath. And what better for a full moon in Cancer than that self-care? Check into the house of your own body, right? Your body, your soul, I should say, is housed in the physical form. The element of water, certainly the emotional body, is referenced there. So check in. I like to start at the top of my head and just give gentle permission. Hey guys, relax. Jaw, let go. For whatever needs to shift or move, stretch. Just so that you're taking the self-care for yourself. And I pretty much start everything with this nowadays. Particularly if you have any areas of chronic pain or tension, like sometimes we don't even realize we're holding tension until we check in. Adjust my sweater. Looking good. Settled in. And relax. And just witness the breath. Just bringing awareness to the breath begins to transform it. Allowing you to literally take a breather. And of course, as your body relaxes, the mind might wander, and that's okay. Just bring it back to the breath. It's all about your relaxation. We're not trying to rebirth or astral project. We're just checking in. So from this deeper, more calmer, more centered place in the now, I offer this prayer. As I call to the collective pantheons of the divine, for all who are watching this live or later. The guides, masters, teachers, gods, goddesses, saints, angels, totems, healers, ancestors, and higher selves, all the way back to the divine singularity on the other side of the source wall, to surround us all in a force field of light, containing and protecting the work we do tonight. That all information and energy that exchanges between us does so clearly, cleanly, and for the well-being of all, and that our magic tonight be for the well-being of all, and that all that need to go down goes down under grace and in perfect ways as we now prepare. Breathe. I surrender myself in service to the divine. My collective pantheons use me, all aspects known and unknown to me, that I may be used as a channel of love, of wisdom, of power, of guidance, of grace, for my well-being and for the well-being of all. And may the holy water that we make tonight, now and later, and anybody who finds inspiration from it, In that, may all be blessed with the very blessed and the very best of this full moon energy, as they put it into a carrier of a potion, a holy water, and that they can apply this in their own creative water, creative, intuitive ways every day for the rest of their lives, in one way or another, for the well-being of all. So mote it be. And so it is. Ready? Let's light some stuff up. I'm going to light this candle. Now it's a little tricky because it's got this dealio going on here. There we go. And we're going to bless that in a minute or two. Got my salt ready. Got my Lotus Oil. I need the big bottle here. I have more selenite. Well, I always have tons of selenite on the table. And we might be using some in a little bit. Oh, and before I forget, you haven't seen this yet. I'm on my water cauldron. There's still potion from last night. I am going, once we get the space set, we're going to talk a little bit about the words that you're going to use, because the ones I'm using, I'm going to do silently, because I don't share my spells until some time has passed. It's just how I roll. It's how I was trained. And I find that, don't hand your bubble to bubble poppers. Don't rock the boat if the cake is baking. Next metaphor. I've got a wand made from maple, magic maple from Broomhaven, my previous home in Bayshore. If any of you were there for the Beltane when Mother Maple fell, that's sort of in the Akashic records as a favorite Netflix binge. So I guess that's about it. I'm going to do the spell for sacred space. I'm going to cleanse and consecrate these just to activate them a little bit. Otherwise, I think we're ready to rock and roll. Shall we? Breathe. Here we go. Do it through me, goddesses. Creature of air, I do cleanse and consecrate thee, the powers of the East, removing all negativity from you in this world and in all worlds. Blessings of the ancient ones, the powers of East, the gods and goddesses of air, the archangels of the Raphaelites of the East, powers of air, may you be so blessed. So mote it be. Element of fire, work your will by my desire. Power fire, hear my plea and ignite my magic now for me, as I cleanse and consecrate thee, O great creature of fire, that you may be a carrier of our will and desire, casting out all negativity from you and in this or from this world and in all worlds. That as the energy gets higher, you keep us inspired. By the powers of the south, the gods and goddesses of fire, the Michaelites, the angels and the legions of the archangels of the south, and the power of fire. So mote it be. Creature of water. Creature of water. I do cleanse and consecrate thee by the powers of the West, removing from you all negativity in this world and in all worlds, that you be a vessel and a vehicle, a carrier and container of the magic we do tonight in the making of the holy water and healing all hearts, blessing all emotional bodies in that process for our well-being and for the well-being of all. And as I call upon the gods and goddesses of water, the archangels of the West, the Gabrielites, the angels of healing waters and healing emotions, please guide us with grace and intuition in our work tonight, that we may feel it in order to heal it and bring it forth into being. So mote it be. Creature of earth. Oh, thank you, creature of earth. I do cleanse and consecrate thee by the powers of the north, that you be purified and sanctified as a purifier and sanctifier in the work we do to night, removing all negativity from you in this world and in all worlds. And may the gods and goddesses of the earth, the archangels of the north, the Arielites, the Urielites, the Orielites, hi guys, bless this salt, that it may be carrier and container of our magic in this potion, in this holy water, healing all it touches as it touches for the well-being of all. So motivate. And so it is. That's just the setup. Here's the blend. Water and earth, air and fire combine to transform and inspire. Align us with divine desire, our highest work we now require. Elements guide, so that we may be on our path and on its day. We ask thee now, show us the way of what the divine desires this day, for the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it. So let it be done. So let it be. So it is. We're in. We're in. Take a minute. That was a lot of magic very fast. Oh, I mean, I could have stirred, summoned, and called. I could have cast circle at least 15 different ways off the top of my head. Why? Because that I have a memory for. Don't ask me where my keys are. Okay. Let's see. The tools we have on the table we discussed. We're going to put a couple of drops of this in this with this in here, and and just to make a point, I have different ways to store it afterwards. These are all full from last night's batch. So of course we have to look at the words. Now, if you're proficient in spellcraft, you get this. You got to know what you want and why you want it. That element of fire, full moon in Cancer, creative water. You got to feel it in the spell, right? It's full moon in Cancer of all times, full moon in Cancer. So to feel it out. Now, what I'm casting for, I'm not sharing. Like I said, I let that cake bake. But what I do recommend is what I call a blessed or a perfect spell. You just fill in the blanks. Perfect blank and a perfect blank for a perfect blank for a perfect way, but make them rhyme. So for work, perfect work in a perfect way, perfect service for perfect pay, perfect health in a perfect way, a perfect body for work and play. However you do that for yourself. And of course, use your own words. But the other one is blessed, right? Because we're making holy water. So I don't know. Blessed fun in a blessed way. Blessed partners for perfect play. For the well-being. Also, you see, you could run with that. But when you're doing this, remember, you could do this at any time. We're just doing this for a Cancer moon. Perfect home. A blessed home in a blessed way. A sacred space to rest and play, right? So play with that, right? Rhyming couplets are pretty easy. Straight out of Charmed, at least first series. So once you kind of got that done, we're just going to enchant that, exactly that. Now I'm going to do mine privately, silently, just to give it an extra little boost. So what I did is I'm working with Epsom salt because Cancer is really good bath magic for me. So even though I have it decanted in a little, please don't mace me with the magic potion, right? So there's some of that. I also got a little, some of this, if you know, because sometimes I know what this is for. You don't a dabble, do you? Well, maybe one of you might, because I only told one other person. She's busy though. So I guess we're ready to actually do this. Now we're going to enchant it with the words of the spell. Then we're going to combine it here. Well, it doesn't make the right noise. That's what we want. And wait till you hear when the salt hits the water. It's why I use it. Yeah, so let's do this. I guess that's about it. It's been a long day. I haven't eaten yet today because I'm still teaching. So that's how I know the gods have put me in fast mode, both meanings of the word. So I think I'm ready. Here we go. Think of my spell. All right. I'm going to do just that. I'm going to bookmark my book, and I am going to think the words of my spell. I picked a good juicy one too. Here we go. You know what? This feels better. Just 3 drops. Okay. And breathe it in and just chant it silently or loud. You do you. Well-being of all with harm to none. As I will it, so let it be done. I draw down the moon into myself to bless this holy salt, that it be carrier of this spell's intent, and the salt itself, now holy, will carry and contain the spell until it no longer serves or has been fulfilled. So let it be. And so it is. Lobster. Let's remove the spell already in there. We're ready to begin. So now I'm not going to use all of this. I'm not going to dump it all in there. This will go into a separate container later. So draw to mind the spell you choose. Where do you hear this? For the well-being of all, with harm to none, as I will it, so let it be done. So let it be. And so it is. Apparently something in my closet agreed with that spell. I'm going to run with it. Take a minute. I mean, you do that with anything. You can do that with anything. Take a moment, ground, right? Bask. And that's the thing. This is a repetitive, right? It's like, it's not like you have to feel it, on a scale of 1 to 10 to 11 for that to work. Every day. Okay. Smell it, say it, but feel it. That's the key. And of course, anything it touches, it blesses with the spell you put in it. So yes, it is a potion because it has a spell intention, but it is holy water. And certainly, you can make your holy water, particularly for a Cancer moon, for purification and protection of your home. So anything it touches, it purifies and protects, right? So run with it. That's why I'm an eclectic witch. I will draw from any any correspondence chart that I come across that feels right and works for me. But otherwise, rocking and rolling here. Yeah, enchant, combine. We're zooming along here. So I don't actually have everything set up here to decant this right at the moment, but I will. Why? Because I'm one of those witches that you want to really bless me. Mason jars, ball jars, anything like that. And of course, the odd perfume, glass perfuming, a bunch of them. So so here's a little exercise to help, right? Because the mind can go nuts with this stuff. If you find yourself, don't use it to avoid the emotions that come up. There will be an alchemy. That's why I did the 7-card draw shadow reads, right? As we now go into the waning moon, any waning moon, cast for something at the full moon, expect you to clear the decks so that you get the fresh start at new. To ask yourself this question, and don't give yourself just one word answers on it either. What would it feel like to have that thing I want? It's creative water, cardinal water, embryonic fluid, if you want to use the pregnancy creativity in terms of gestation metaphor there. I think it's completely relevant, considering Cancer is the mother of the universe, the mother of the zodiac, so to speak. So feel that. What would it feel like? And you probably, if you were tuning in to me right then and there, casting for it feels good. It feels good, and it doesn't feel like climbing the Himalayas either, even though the sun is in Capricorn, highest potential. And if we knew what our highest potential really was, we'd run. So we don't. It's a mystery. You can't see the top of the mountain until you get there, and the only way there is one step at a time. Yeah, no, there is no elevator service on this particular mountain, apparently. So good luck with this magic. And let's close this puppy up, shall we? Can't believe I got this done on time. And I can believe that I'm about to get ready and reboot this, move the laptop over to the couch again. You kidding? This is my 4 out of 5 videos done today. And I'm teaching tonight. Craft of the Wise, Drawing the Circle Productions Facebook page, Monday nights, Craft of the Wise, Tuesday nights, Human Hero, Immortal God, Thursday nights, Path of True Love, all non-sequential series, just going with it as it presents itself. And of course, the Malpod available. And if you want to come play Patreon on Patreon. That's the end of my commercial advertisements, self-plugs, and all that jazz, unless we can get a kitty up here. Come here, Malx. Come here. The catnip's across the room. Otherwise, I'd get him up here. No. All right, fine, Taurus. So closing prayer and out. I think I can do that. I think I crossed every T, dotted every I, but just in case, Pantheons of the Divine, take us out of here. Say for me, through me, what needs to be said that might not have been said yet, or needs to be said that I have no idea about. Please take a nice deep breath. Yeah, and take a moment. This was a quickie. I mean, come on, a quickie spell. Is there such a thing? Well, point and shoot in traffic, absolutely. When I can throw a hex, a blurse, a blessing curse to get people out of my way. On a good day. So tune in one more time. Neck roll, shoulder shrug. Tune into the body, but also tune in. How do you feel? Even if you're just watching this and you're going to maybe do the magic at another point. That Cancer moon is really powerful. And on a Monday, The only Cancer full moon is on a Monday, the day that rules the moon. So may all who watch this, wherever they watch this, whenever they watch this, be blessed. As I call upon the collective pantheons one more, well, it'll be 2 more times after this, but one more time for this sitting. Thank you for surrounding us in a force field of light, containing and protecting the work that we did this day, for guiding, for encoding everything we did with love, power, wisdom, guidance, and grace, all in an individualized healing curriculum for each and every one of us across the spectrum of holographic reality. And thank you for using me, all aspects known and unknown. I'm truly honored, truly grateful, truly thankful, and truly ready, I guess, for what I cast for at this full moon to manifest, because when the moon rode at her peak, then my heart's desire I did speak, just not here publicly. Isn't that right, my Melchior? So please, may all watching live or later be blessed with all that they need. This full moon in Cancer, that as our hearts heal, all hearts heal. That as our loved ones come close and then distant and then close and then distant, just like the waxing and the waning, the ebb and the flow of the ocean, that we are able to create as we go and feel and heal our way through all of this. As one heart within all of us rises to the surface, as we cast for our heart's desires, as we create with our emotions clearly, cleanly, wisely, and well, may we all be so blessed. Hail. Farewell. Thank you for the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it. Oh, so let it be done. So let it be. And so it is. You don't have to be so formal, because I can do all that formal stuff too, but not on video. Yeah, I would love, when traveling, it would be better in the world to be like, guest elder coming to this or that coven, and believe me, you do not have to lick my boots. I'm not into it. Not my boots. I paid too much for them. Don't need saliva on them. It's not that I have to put them on the ground. Anyway, that being said, I really hope you enjoyed yourself. I know, no theme music. Go figure. Feels like one of those videos doing over here, but it ain't. So please do comment. And again, if you want to come play on Patreon. And certainly, my humans, my heroes, my immortals, my gods, my goddesses, and my witches, thank you on Patreon for all of you, for supporting me in my work, my career, my vocation, because I get to do all 3 at once. And certainly an honor, a privilege, and a great creative field day today, doing this for you all. So it is Mercury retrograde. May the odds be ever in your flavor. Oh my God, said that to me earlier today. I nearly peed myself. So wishing you the very best and the very blessed, the very rest of this full moon whenever you are catching that. Wishing you just all of it. I love my crab cakes. Oh, I love you, my crab cakes. Farewell, and blessed be. Bye.